You might notice your layout is slightly different to mine. That's just because I've adjusted the arrangement. You can learn how to make Affinity Designer more suited to you in my video, Affinity Designer, Layout and Setup. The first handy shortcuts will be the tools. So, the pen tool shortcut is the P key. These shortcuts will make it easy when you are working on something and you want to quickly switch between tools. The Move tool shortcut is the V key. Now I can move this around. And the Node tool is the A key. Now you can make adjustments without having to keep going back to the tools bar. For zooming, you can hold, control, and scroll the mouse. Or my favorite, faster way, is to just click down the scroll wheel whilst scrolling. Click down the scroll wheel and drag the mouse to pan around, or look around. I would recommend using a mouse if you're on a laptop, as the mousepad is not very convenient. So, Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V is the common way of copy and pasting. But we can use Ctrl-J to do this at once. Or an even faster way is to hold Ctrl whilst dragging the shape. A duplicated version will appear. For a quick undo, Ctrl-Z. So, if I grab the node tool and drag this node, I can move it freely. However, if I wanted to move it, for example straight to the right, I can hold Shift whilst dragging, and this will constrain the movement of the node. If I just add another node here, and I wanted to get rid of this line just between the nodes, hold Ctrl and click the line. You can do this between any two nodes. The shapes are currently independent layers. Select both shapes by holding Shift. Then the shortcut to group them together is Ctrl-G. Say if I was to have lots of details layered on each other, and I want to adjust these details, but sometimes I'll accidentally grab the back shape which I don't want, and that's annoying. To stop this from happening, lock the layer in place using Ctrl-L, the button for locking and unlocking is here. Now it's not moving. For me, I use the export feature a lot, which is under the File menu. This basically saves your document as a choice of file formats. The shortcut for this is Ctrl-Alt-Shift-S. Sometimes you want to move things aside whilst working on something else. If you want to still have these in sight, you can trigger the clip to canvas. The shortcut for this is the // key. Not the // but the //. You can use the grid for specific dimensions and linings. If you want to know more about grid settings, see my video Affinity Designer Setup and Layout. To switch the grid on and off, use Ctrl''. Use the arrow keys to nudge a shape, but it moves in very small increments, so hold Shift to make it jump further and faster. Reordering using the Layers window can be time-consuming and fussy. So a great shortcut is pressing the Ctrl and square bracket keys together. Another common feature for me is Convert to Curves. Have the Node tool selected, and press the Ctrl and Enter keys. Now I can reshape this circle. So these have been my favorite shortcuts in Affinity Designer. You can also assign your own shortcuts under Edit, Preferences, or the shortcut, Ctrl, . Then go to Keyboard Shortcuts. You can go through and add your shortcuts. Navigate through the different menus here. For example, I have Ctrl-E for expand stroke, as it's a feature I use a lot. Let me know your favorite shortcuts in the comments, or any key ones I might have missed.